Hello, my name's Desmond Rouse. Me and my brother's been in prison now for 18 years for a crime that was never ever committed. The only crime that was committed was the white people of South Dakota, FBI, Social Service South Dakota, and prosecution abducted our children and used them to tell some sick lies that they made up. That was the only crime that was committed. After they used our children, they didn't care for them at all, gave no psychological help or nothing. Just used them and threw them to the side after they got what they wanted. I know my mother went to her deathbed knowing that in her heart she knew that we never committed any crime. And I know my mother was heartbroken that her Takojas, her children, her grandchildren were abducted and used to lie on her sons and her nephews. Before my mother passed away, she was laying on her deathbed. She was in a coma. And I got to call and say my last words, my last goodbyes to her. My brother and I got to call her and tell her, how much we loved her and missed her. And I asked her to hang on, and I told her, go ahead.
Call is from a federal prison.
I asked her to hang on, and I told her just to go ahead because I knew she'd be in a better place. But it was like she just waited to hear our voices, and after she heard our voices, she passed away. In South Dakota, they say you're innocent until proven guilty. Natives are guilty until proven innocent. And I know if we were white, we would never ever be in here. We would never be in here. Our children would have never been abducted and used to tell some lies. I just want the world to know that all we're asking for is a real trial. We're asking for justice. And I ask that the people speak up if anything like this ever happened to them or their families. I know we're not the only ones that they did this to. I give Annabeth James, my wife, full power of attorney. My niece Lucretia James, Lucretia Rouse, and my cousin Cleo Rouse. I give them all power of attorney to do what needs to be done to get us back to trial, to ask for lawyers and ask for help in our name. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything.
Hello, my name is Garfield. It has been 18 years that I have been unjustly convicted. And during that time, I've lost family members, and my family hasn't been able to visit me due to this charge. I keep moving around to different prisons and to different states. So, and it's a very hard thing to deal with this, to be charged with this type of crime. Because it not only affects us, it affects all of our families. And to out there and how the community views them, and to what they have to deal with, and to what we have to deal with in here, to be looked at by these other inmates and by the administration to be charged with something like this. And it's a very trying road to travel, because your life is always in jeopardy, and here it is. And out there for my family, I have to stand there and to listen to people talk to them and say things to them, and to have to deal with that out there. And with our families, our other family, from the Rouse family and the Hubbeling family, and our families that have to work together and to try to get our case heard out there. And a lot of times it's very easy to convict somebody on this without evidence, and you go by hearsay and you get convicted of it. But it takes millions of dollars now just to prove you're innocent. And it didn't take that much. It only took some thousands to convict us. Now it takes millions to get us back out. So we're asking you out there, if there's any of you out there that can read our story and be of help to us in any way, to give us some kind of legal help, financial help, or to even give some kind of moral support, to sign the petition that we have on the website. And I'd like to say this. There's one thing that I know is that when prosecutors are given total immunity from law and from prosecution, and we're given this, they're giving them a loaded gun to forever to damage people and to unjustly convict people, to damage their lives. And look how many people were damaged in this one. Our lives were just totally destroyed by the prosecutor because they know there's nothing he can do to them. Our nieces, our nephews, our families, our lives are forever ever damaged by this, man. It will not be healed in this generation. I know that. It's going to carry on. And when our children are born, then they're going to have to deal with it because this is going to be like a smudge mark on your life, man. It's on my children, my grandchildren. So it's something that's very hard to get off you. To have people see you in a clear light again, to say, hey, but it's there's always going to be something there. People will always be thinking things, or saying things, So it's something that I don't ever want to happen to anyone, If there's some way to get this out there so that people can hear of this, hear of our case, and so that it don't happen to nobody else. But it's very damaging. So
this call is from a federal prison.
I'd like to say thank you to all the people out there who have signed a petition and who are helping us. I'd say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Salamia. Oh.
So Hubbeling in Malkib, Yankton Dakota in Macha, Dopa in Nukshaka Wankam, Ituya 18 years Wankam, Dakuni Chonkumshnedo, the government had Nina Shijabedo, and us Storapki Hoste. Enesoyate Ota Kashka Knakabona. Ukish one of the Moscow Nichabet lawyer was the Uiju Shija. Oyate Nina Onkyapken Nina Wopidon the do. Tiwa got the Nina Tower Wankadakishin. That should Ituya Kashka Wanka Benina Shija. That should Tuk no Waki Wanka Waki Nina Pidawank the do. That should was Pidama. Na hooked up.